Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is VC Pramod with the Midday News. The headlines. The Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021 introduced in the Lok Sabha. Bill seeks to restore power of states and union territories to make their own OBC lists. Opposition parties to support OBC Bill 2021 in Parliament, says Opposition Leader Mallikarjun Kharge. Parliament passes Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation Amendment Bill 2021. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says the legislation is aimed at supporting small depositors. Prime Minister Narendra Modi releases 9th installment of financial benefit under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi PM Kisan scheme. Prime Minister to chair UNSC high-level open debate on enhancing maritime security this evening. Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma meets Prime Minister Narendra Modi to discuss current border situation between Assam and Mizoram. Over 50 crore 86 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered so far under nationwide vaccination drive. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 97.4%. Over 35,499 new cases reported in last 24 hours. In Delhi, students of classes from 10th to 12th permitted to visit schools for counselling and practical activities. Sports Authority of India to felicitate all Tokyo Olympics medal winners in New Delhi this evening. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is going on, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also help others get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. The Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021 was introduced in the Lok Sabha today. The bill seeks to restore the power of states and union territories to make their own OBC lists. Introducing the bill, Social Justice Minister Dr. Virendra Kumar said the Chief Ministers of opposition-ruled states have also made the demand for this legislation. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary said the opposition is in support of the bill. He said the government has brought this legislation as the OBC community is agitated. Leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha Mallikarjun Kharge today said opposition parties will support the Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021 in Parliament. Talking to media outside Parliament, he said this bill is in the interest of backward classes and the poor of the country. Mr. Kharge said they want to have discussion on the bill in both the houses.
विरोध पार्टी के जितने भी नेता हैं और मेंबर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंट बिल का हम समर्थन करेंगे, इसलिए हम ये चाहते हैं आज जो पार्लियामेंट में इंट्रोडक्शन हो रहा है उसी वक्त वो चर्चा करके उसको पास करना चाहिए। बाकी के मुद्दे अपने जगह पे हैं, ये मुद्दा बैकवर्ड क्लास के हित में और देश के हित में, इसीलिए हम एक होकर इसको जल्द से जल्द पास करने के लिए तैयार हो गए।
Leaders of the Shiv Sena, DMK, Samajwadi Party and NCP leaders were also present. These parties have also given their support to the bill.
Parliament has passed the Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation Amendment Bill 2021 with the Lok Sabha clearing it today amid din. The Rajya Sabha has already approved the bill. It seeks to amend the Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation Act 1961. The bill seeks to provide depositors time-bound access to their insured deposit amount in case they are restricted from accessing their bank deposits. It provides that the corporation will be liable to pay the insured deposit amount to depositors on an interim basis. The bill mandates the corporation to pay the insured amount to the depositors within 90 days of the date such liability arises. Speaking on the bill, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said The legislation is aimed at supporting the small depositors. She said depositors of Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank, Shri Guru Raghavendra Sahakar Bank and others will be benefited with this move. The minister said the insurance cover limit has been raised from 1 lakh to 5 lakh. The House passed the legislation without any discussion. Parliament has passed the Limited Liability Partnership Amendment Bill 2021 with the Lok Sabha approving it today amid din. The Rajya Sabha has already cleared the bill. The bill seeks to amend the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. The bill converts certain offences into civil defaults and changes the nature of punishment for these offences. It also defines small LLP, provides for appointment of certain adjudicating officers and establishment of special courts. Speaking on the bill, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said it will help startups, LLP professionals and chartered accountants. The bill was passed without any discussion.
The present capacity of Indian oil companies is self-sufficient and they are also fully prepared to meet the future demand of petrol, diesel and other petroleum products. Informing this to the Lok Sabha, Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Hardeep Singh Puri said the country's refining capacity of 249.2 MMT per annum is adequate and to meet the present demand of major petroleum products to the tune of 214 MMT. Parliament has passed the Constitution Scheduled Tribes Order Amendment Bill 2021 with the Lok Sabha clearing it today amid din with voice vote. The Rajya Sabha has already approved it. The bill seeks to amend the constitutional list of scheduled tribes as recommended by Arunachal Pradesh. It removes the Abor tribe from the list of identified STs in that state and also replaces certain STs with other tribes. Speaking on the bill, Tribal Affairs Minister Arjun Munda said it will provide justice to tribals. The House had a brief discussion over the bill. Intervening in the discussion, Union Minister Kiren Rijiju lauded the government for bringing this legislation. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary said his party supports the bill and demanded for a proper discussion on it.
Pegasus snooping, farm laws and other issues continue to mar the proceedings in both the Houses of Parliament. Both the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha have been adjourned till 2 p.m. following protests by opposition. In the Rajya Sabha, when the House reassembled after the first adjournment at 12 noon, members from Congress, TMC and others trooped into the well raising slogans. This forced the adjournment of the House further till 2 p.m. Earlier, when the House met for the day, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu said discussion on farmers' issue, price rise and other issues have been admitted and the House should decide when to take it up. But TMC members, supported by the opposition parties, including the Congress, tried to raise the Pegasus snooping issue. As noisy scenes prevailed, Mr. Naidu adjourned the House till 12 noon. Today, on the occasion of 79th anniversary of the Quit India movement, the Rajya Sabha paid homage to those who laid down their lives during India's independence struggle. The upper house also lauded the Indian contingent for bringing laurels to the country in the Tokyo Olympics. The chairman said the Tokyo Olympics turned out to be the best for India, not only in terms of highest ever number of medals won, but also in terms of grit demonstrated. The chairman said Neeraj Chopra made the nation proud with his golden javelin throw and won the gold medal. He also lauded other athletes and Indian men and women hockey teams.
The young and confident Neeraj Chopra, the last contestant of the games of our country. He is the youngest, 23-year-old. For our contingent on the 7th of August did our nation proud with his golden javelin throw. The way he dominated the field right from the word go, never seen before, made our people rejoice as it was a statement of we too can do it. In the process, he brought curtains down on decades of despair. His feat helps in healing the festering wound of recurrent despair.
In the Lok Sabha, when the House assembled for the second adjournment amid noisy scenes, several bills were introduced amidst opposition by Congress and TMC members. The Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021 was also introduced. Later, the House was adjourned till 2 p.m. In the morning, the Lok Sabha paid homage to freedom fighters on the anniversary of the Quit India movement. The House also lauded the Indian track and field athlete Neeraj Chopra for winning gold medal in the javelin throw and wrestler Bajrang Punia for winning bronze medal in the Tokyo Olympics.
मुझे सदन को सूचित करते हुए प्रसन्नता हो रही है कि टोक्यो ओलंपिक में नीरज चोपड़ा ने जेवेलिन थ्रो प्रतियोगिता में भारत के लिए पहला स्वर्ण पदक जीतकर एक नया इतिहास रचा है। एथलेटिक्स में किसी भारतीय द्वारा जीता गया पहला ओलंपिक स्वर्ण पदक है। उनकी जीत से पूरे देश में उत्साह और उमंग का वातावरण है। इसके अतिरिक्त भारत के पहलवान श्री बजरंग पूनिया ने 62 किलो वर्ग की फ्री स्टाइल कुश्ती में भारत को कांस्य पदक दिलाकर एक बड़ी सफलता अर्जित की है। मैं अपनी ओर से तथा सदन की ओर से श्री नीरज चोपड़ा तथा श्री बजरंग पूनिया को ओलंपिक खेलों में उनकी उपलब्धियों के लिए हार्दिक बधाई देता हूं।
TMC MPs today staged protest in front of Mahatma Gandhi statue in Parliament complex over alleged attack on their party leaders in Tripura. Besides, Congress MPs from Punjab and MPs from Shiromani Akali Dal and Bahujan Samajwadi Party also staged protest over farmers' issue. They were demanding withdrawal of 3 farm laws.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi released the 9th installment of financial benefit under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi PM Kisan via video conferencing today. Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister said over 19,000 crore rupees were transferred in the bank accounts of 9.5 crore farmer families.
19,500 करोड़ रुपए से भी अधिक ये रकम सीधी उनके खाते में ट्रांसफर हो गई है। और मैं देख रहा हूं कई अपने मोबाइल में चेक कर रहे हैं आया क्या, और फिर एक दूसरे को ताली दे रहे हैं। आज जब बारिश का मौसम है और बुआई भी जोरों पर है, तो ये राशि छोटे किसानों के बहुत काम आएगी। आज 1 लाख करोड़ रुपए के कृषि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड को भी 1 साल पूरा हो गया है। इसके माध्यम से हजारों किसान संगठनों को मदद मिल रही है।
The Prime Minister said the country is going to celebrate its Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in a few days, and it is an opportunity for people to decide where they want to see the nation in 25 years. Mr. Modi said it is time to give a direction to India's agriculture, which can face new challenges and take advantage of new opportunities.
इस बार देश अपना 75वां स्वतंत्रता दिवस मनाने जा रहा है। ये महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव हमारे लिए गौरव का तो है ही, ये नए संकल्पों, नए लक्ष्यों का भी एक बहुत बड़ा अवसर है। इस अवसर पर हमें ये तय करना है कि आने वाले 25 वर्षों में हम भारत को कहां देखना चाहते हैं। देश जब आजादी के 100 वर्ष पूरा करेगा 2047 में 2047 में, तब भारत की स्थिति क्या होगी, ये तय करने में हमारी खेती, हमारे गांव, हमारे किसानों की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है। ये समय भारत की कृषि को एक ऐसी दिशा देने का है जो नई चुनौतियों का सामना कर सके और नए अवसरों का भरपूर लाभ उठा सके।
Mr. Modi said the government has made the biggest ever purchase from farmers at MSP, be it Kharif or Rabi season.
साथियों, सरकार ने खरीफ हो या रबी सीजन, किसानों से एमएसपी पर अब तक की सबसे बड़ी खरीद की है। इससे धान किसानों के खेतों में लगभग 1,70,000 करोड़ रुपए और गेहूं किसानों के खाते में लगभग 85,000 करोड़ रुपए डायरेक्ट पहुंचे हैं। किसान और सरकार की इसी साझेदारी के कारण आज भारत के अन्न भंडार भरे हुए हैं।
The Prime Minister said there has been an increase of almost 50% in the production of pulses in the country in the last 6 years. He had urged the farmers of the country to increase the production of pulses a few years ago when there was a shortage of pulses. The Prime Minister said to become Atmanirbhar in edible oil, the National Mission for Edible Oil Palm, that is NMEOOP, has been initiated. Through the mission, more than 11,000 crores will be invested in the cooking oil ecosystem. He said the government will ensure that farmers get all facilities from quality seeds to latest technology. Mr. Modi said India has for the first time reached the top 10 countries of the world in terms of agricultural exports. The country has set new records of agricultural exports during the COVID-19. He also said small farmers are being given top priority in the agricultural policies of the country. He added that in the last years, Serious efforts have been made to provide convenience and security to small farmers. Under PM Kisan Samman Nidhi, 1.6 lakh crore rupees has been given to farmers so far. The Prime Minister also interacted with beneficiaries of PM Kisan. Talking to a beneficiary, Pratibha from Goa, the Prime Minister appreciated her efforts in farming.
प्रतिभा जी, सबसे पहले तो आपको बधाई कि आप इतनी तरह की फसल उगाती हैं। इसमें बहुत मेहनत लगती है, फसलों को ध्यान रखना पड़ता है। आप ये सारे काम बहुत ही बखूबी कर रही हैं। प्रतिभा जी, जब हमने पीएम किसान योजना शुरू की तो कहा जाता था कि इस रकम में किसान का क्या भला होगा। आज आपने बता दिया कि हमारे किसान इन रकम का कितना अच्छी तरह से इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं। मेरी आपको बहुत शुभकामनाएं और आपके बच्चे पढ़ लिख करके बहुत आगे जाएं, ये मेरे उनको आशीर्वाद है। धन्यवाद।
Speaking to another beneficiary, Devendra from Maharashtra, the Prime Minister said the government is making efforts to help farmers in all possible ways.
देवेंद्र जी, देखिए, आप एक उदाहरण है कि जब एक किसान खुद ही उद्यमी बनता है और जब पढ़ा लिखा नौजवान खेती में आता है तो कितना बड़ा बदलाव आ सकता है। आज आप अपने प्रोजेक्ट के जरिए न सिर्फ अपने परिवार का बल्कि अपने साथी किसानों का भी एक प्रकार से भला भी कर रहे हैं और उनके अंदर कुछ करने की भावना भी जगा रहे हैं। हमारी कोशिश है कि हमारे किसानों को पैसों की, संसाधनों की किसी तरह की कमी ना हो। हम इसी प्रयास में लगे हैं।
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. The Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021 introduced in the Lok Sabha. Bill seeks to restore power of states and union territories to make their own OBC lists. Opposition parties to support OBC Bill 2021 in Parliament, says Opposition Leader Mallikarjun Kharge. Parliament passes Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation Amendment Bill 2021. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says the legislation is aimed at supporting the small depositors. Prime Minister Narendra Modi releases 9th installment of financial benefit under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi PM Kisan scheme. Prime Minister to chair UNSC high-level open debate on enhancing maritime security this evening. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma meets Prime Minister Narendra Modi to discuss current border situation between Assam and Mizoram. Over 50 crore 86 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered so far under nationwide vaccination drive. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 97.4%. Over 35,499 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. In Delhi, students of classes 10th to 12th permitted to visit schools for counselling and practical activities. Sports Authority of India to felicitate all Tokyo Olympics medal winners in New Delhi this evening. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे।
Welcome back to the Midday News. We have news just in. Lok Sabha has been adjourned for the day as opposition protest on Pegasus snooping, farm laws and other issues continued to mar the proceedings. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma today met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Parliament House. Earlier this month, Mizoram Governor had met Prime Minister and Union Home Minister Amit Shah to discuss the current border situation between Assam and Mizoram. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will chair a high-level UN Security Council open debate through video conferencing this evening, titled Enhancing Maritime Security, a Case for International Cooperation. It will focus on ways to effectively counter maritime crime and insecurity and strengthen coordination in the maritime domain. Several heads of states and representatives of the United Nations Security Council and key regional organizations will attend the dialogue. The event will be broadcast live on the UN Security Council website. We have a report.
For the first time, an Indian Prime Minister will be presiding over a UN Security Council open debate. This will be the first time that maritime security will be discussed in a holistic manner as an exclusive agenda item at such a high level. The theme is Enhancing Maritime Security, a case for international cooperation. Oceans have played an important part in India's history right from the time of the Indus Valley civilization. Based on our civilizational ethos that sees the seas as an enabler of shared peace and prosperity, Prime Minister Narendra Modi put forward the vision of SAGAR, an acronym for Security and Growth for All in the region, in 2015. This vision focuses on cooperative measures for sustainable use of the oceans. It provides a framework for a safe, secure and stable maritime domain in the region. In 2019 at the East Asia Summit, this initiative was further elaborated through the Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative with a focus on 7 pillars of maritime security. These include maritime ecology, maritime resources, capacity building and resource sharing, disaster risk reduction and management, science, technology and academic cooperation, and trade connectivity and maritime transport are the other elements. It is expected that the high-level deliberations at UN Security Council will pave the way for a better coordinated maritime security. Abhineet Shukla, AIR News.
All India Radio will broadcast the event live from 5:30 p.m. onwards on its FM Gold and Indraprasth channels. This broadcast will also be live streamed on AIR Live News 24/7 and Akashvani AIR YouTube channel.
The government today said that more than 52 crore 40 lakh vaccine doses have been provided to states and union territories so far. Union Health Ministry said that 2 crore 33 lakh unutilized COVID vaccine doses are still available with the states, UTs and private hospitals to be administered. The ministry said 8 lakh 39,000 doses are in the pipeline. The country has administered over 50 crore 86 lakh doses of COVID vaccine so far under nationwide vaccination drive. Union Health Ministry said more than 16 lakh 11,000 vaccine doses were administered in the last 24 hours. The ministry said 39,686 patients recovered from COVID during the last 24 hours and the national recovery rate has reached 97.4%. The country has reported 35,499 new cases in the last 24 hours.
Schools in the national capital have been allowed to partially open for students from class 10th to 12th from today, according to an order released by the Delhi Disaster Management Authority DDMA. Students of class 10th, 11th and 12th in Delhi are permitted to visit their schools for admission-related work, including counselling, guidance and practical activities related to board exams. As per the order, health checkups and referral services situated in schools or conducted from there can resume. It said children of all ages may visit these centres accompanied by their parents or guardians. Madhya Pradesh government has constituted a task force to provide relief to the flood-affected areas. Chief Minister is constantly conducting review of the flood-affected areas. More from our Bhopal correspondent.
The relief and rehabilitation work is being conducted continuously in districts of Shivpur, Ashoknagar, Shivpuri, Datia, Morena, Bhind, Guna and Gwalior. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has said that the first objective is to complete the rehabilitation works by providing relief to the public. Chief Minister has also instructed that after the survey work, initially an amount of rupees 6,000 should be provided to families whose houses have been damaged. In the long-term plan, work will be done to give an amount of rupees 1,20,000 to affected families whose houses have been damaged. Pooja Pivardhan, AIR News, Bhopal.
Border Roads Organization has started its celebrations of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, commemorating 75 years of the country's independence. To mark this momentous occasion, BRO is organizing nationwide welfare and patriotic activities across the nation.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has greeted the nation on the anniversary of the Quit India Movement Day. In his message, Mr. Naidu called upon citizens of the country to remember the countless sacrifices made by the brave sons and daughters of India who participated in the Quit India movement to free India from colonial rule. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today also paid tributes to those who took part in the Quit India movement, which played a crucial role in the strengthening fight against colonialism. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, inspired by Mahatma Gandhi, the spirit of Quit India movement reverberated across India and energized the youth of the nation. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, NCP leader Sharad Pawar, Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar, Opposition leader Devendra Fadnavis and Pradesh Congress Committee today paid tribute to those who took part in the Quit India movement. The movement began from Govalia Tank, now known as August Kranti Maidan in Mumbai. On this day, freedom fighter Aruna Asaf Ali hoisted the tricolour at this Maidan.
Online nominations or recommendations are on for the Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri awards to be announced on Republic Day 2022. The last date for nominations for Padma Awards is the 15th of September this year. The nominations and recommendations for Padma Awards will be received online only on the Padma Award portal padmaawards.gov.in. Telangana State High Court Judge Justice P. Keshava Rao passed away this morning. He was 61. Justice Keshava Rao took charge as High Court Judge in September 2017. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao mourns the death of High Court Judge Justice P. Keshava Rao and recalled the legal services rendered by him to the poor as a judge. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has condemned the ghastly attack on Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In a tweet, Mr. Modi wished him speedy recovery and good health. He said, "We will miss your presence at the UNSC open debate on maritime security today."
India's Tokyo Olympic medalists will be felicitated in New Delhi this evening by the Sports Authority of India. India has created history by winning 7 medals in the Tokyo Olympic Games, 1 gold, 2 silver and 4 bronze. A 101-member contingent of the Indian Army will proceed to Russia to participate in the International Army Games 2021 from 22nd August to 4th September 2021. The contingent will participate in Army Scout Masters Competition, Elbrus Ring, Polar Star, Sniper Frontier and Safe Route Games, showcasing various drills in high-altitude area terrain, operations in snow, sniper actions, combat engineering skills and obstacle-ridden terrain in the various competitions.
Now let us take a look at the weather update for the day. The national capital Delhi is predicted to have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Temperature will rise from minimum of 25 to a maximum of around 34 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain and the temperature will hover between 26 to 32 degrees Celsius. Chennai will witness thunderstorm with rain. Kolkata will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. Srinagar will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Jammu will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm too. Leh is likely to have a generally cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Gilgit will also have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Muzaffarabad will have similar weather. Guwahati will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Imphal will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of development of thunder and lightning. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. The Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021 introduced in the Lok Sabha. Bill seeks to restore power of states and union territories to make their own OBC lists. Opposition parties to support OBC Bill 2021 in Parliament, says Opposition Leader Mallikarjun Kharge. Parliament passes Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation Amendment Bill 2021. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says the legislation is aimed at supporting the small depositors. Prime Minister Narendra Modi releases 9th installment of financial benefit under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi PM Kisan scheme. Prime Minister to chair UNSC high-level open debate on enhancing maritime security this evening. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma meets Prime Minister Narendra Modi to discuss current border situation between Assam and Mizoram. Over 50 crore 86 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered so far under nationwide vaccination drive. And with that we end the midday news.